Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be focusing on the one I've been looking forward to more of the first wave of Legacy Evolution, and that is the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class, Leo Prime. So before we get to him, let's take a look at the box. So let's zoom this out a little bit, as much as I can. So here's the box. Here's the front. Badass lion artwork. Badass Leo Prime artwork. We get the back. Get him in robot mode. Lion mode with the weird gun thing that he can do with his mane. The badass claws, which I actually dig. I think that looks really cool. Then the other half of that artwork from Tarn. I'm really excited for that Armada Prime, man. You have no idea. And with the announcement of that Megatron, ooh, I can't wait. But yeah, Evolution, and then his QR code if you didn't scan it from the unboxing. There you go. And that's pretty much all I need this for. I'm going to hold on to this, though, for a reason. Bumping the tripod. So yeah, let's zoom in here. My little setup. Closest thing I have to a Galvatron. But yeah, let's get him out of here. So move him over here. Then we'll stand this guy up real quick. Let's just stand him up and just get rid of his casualties. He's been being very trigger happy with them. Alrighty, let's take a look at this guy. Put that in. Set him up real quick with the weird tilt. Pick shoulder blades up. I'll flip these back in. Show those off in a little bit. There we go. Base robot. Alright, center him up. Alright, so let's talk about him. So design, I really like this design. I've always preferred Leo Prime more than Optimus Primal. And a little sad to say I actually don't own a Primal. I had three opportunities, I should say, to get one. I saw the Kingdom Voyager at a local shop, and I just didn't grab them. I don't know why I didn't. I saw the vintage reissue, which I actually want more, but I couldn't afford it at the time because of bills and whatnot. And then the Masterpiece one, which, I mean, like, on one hand, I do want it because that's, like, the definitive version, but, it's expensive. But anyway, I've spent a lot of money on other shit, so I could probably sacrifice on other things to do that. Well, anyway, Leo Prime. I always did prefer him because I always liked the lion mode more than gorilla. And I like how they picked out everything in paint. It's all nice looking. I like his head sculpt. They did a fantastic job pulling that off. Little belt thing, I think. I don't know. Guy's back. The back, like, it's a beast former, so in both modes there's going to be sacrifices, but it's pretty damn accurate for how he looks. We got his legs. The claws are painted in nice metal color, and the red and the blue. It all really works together. So yeah, I think he looks pretty good. For posability, he's pretty posable. So his head can do a full 360. It can not look up too much, but it looks down alright. The arms, they are limited due to the stuff, but you can move the stuff out the way. But it can't really do a full 360 do to everything, but it still has the full motion you would want. You can go in and out. Has the bicep swivel. Bends at the elbows. The hands do not rotate, though. That's just a little bit sad. Then you go down to his waist. He does have a waist swivel. And then his legs. On mine, the legs are nice and tight. Going forward and back. You can go back all the way. So if you want to, if you're so inclined, you can do this. And you can go that far out pretty well. He has thigh rotation. He has a bend at the knee, which is alright. 90 degrees, good enough. And then you have, if you want to count this, but it's for a transformation, an ankle swivel. And then no forward and back, but he does have an ankle. So overall, his articulation is not as good as like Tarn's, but it's still good enough for whatever pose you want to get out of him. Now for accessories, comes with 4 very tiny guns. So let's just pop them right here. So he gets 4 little tiny guns. He gets like 2 like slightly longer ones with like rectangular tabs, and then he gets 2 more kind of regular looking ones with normal posts. And you can plug them in pretty much all over this guy. Like there's pins slots on his knee joint, so you can fit them in there. So you want to arm up his knees, he can hold them. So if you want him to hold the guns, he can hold the guns. These main bits also flip out. So if you wanted to, you could flip those out. And you can plug in the other guns in there, or you can switch them around. However you want to do that. So I just show this. So you can do that. I mean, why not? Looks cool. And then you can flip these back up. And then you can also plug them in on the lion head. I'm not going to really show it off in lion mode because I'm going to do something else with these things during the transformation segment. But if you want to, you can flip this part out. So let's get you a better view of that. So you can flip this out, part of his mane, and you can stick his smaller guns in there. So just plug them into the little holes like that. And then you can plug it in there like there. There we go. It's got one set. Then you can plug in the other 2 right here. So like one there. There's another slot back here. You can plug it in right there. And yeah. So you can get like a weird shoulder gun look, or maybe you just want to give his shoulder more detail. Whatever you want to do. And that's how his lion head will look more or less. In lion mode, these main bits do show up on the side, so you can flip these forward and plug the guns there. Kind of like how they show in the box. But again, I don't really like doing that. But it's up to you. If you want to do that, it's yours. Do whatever you want with it. Go, fit that back in. And then my favorite gimmick for this guy, and I really like this, I think it's pretty cool that they added this to him, is you can take his lion paws and you could fold them out, and then the claws can come right out. And he gets like a little extra limb pincher weapons, which I think look pretty cool. One thing I liked about Beast Wars is like when the Beast characters always have some like unique type of weapon that's stored on them. Some of them are crazy and weird, while others are just like, in my opinion, well implemented. So like I really like the look of the claws. I think they really give them some character. Give them some like badass poses. So get like one like this, one like that. You can have him pose with the blades. You can put one of the blades away. You can give him his guns. So you can just do that instead. I'm just going to plug the one in. But yeah, I really do like this guy. Like, I've been waiting for this since they announced it. They did announce they're doing a repaint. Not really sure if I want to get that. Don't really care about the Nemesis color schemes on Beast characters. Like, I don't really care for like a Beast, like the clone version of him where like evil. I know it's canon to that anime, but I really don't care. Move the guns here. So we're gonna do some size comparisons, just a little bit. Lift this up a little. So for some size comparisons, right, here he is with Shadow Panther and Waspinator. See how they stack up. Here he is next to Kingdom Voyager Dinobot and Beast Wars Vintage Reissue Megatron. See how that looks. That works. Alrighty. Alright, here he is with Kingdom Leader Class. Here he is with Kingdom Leader Class Megatron and Legacy Leader Class Transmetal 2 Megatron. See how he scales with them. This one's definitely not in scale, but I don't care. He's still good. Okay, there you go. There's that. And here he is with Beast Wars Reissue Tigatron and my Transmetal 2 Cheetor that I actually grew up with. This is the only Beast Wars figure I had from my childhood that's stuck with me. The rest have been either sold or one of my cousins took it. I don't know. So, there you go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for comparisons. I think it's about time we transform this guy, no? Alrighty. Now his is actually pretty involved, but also pretty good. I'm going to do some prepping here. And this time I actually remember things right off the back. So I'm going to start off by folding the hands in. It just makes it easier for me. So you just untab them, fold them up, and then tab them back in. They might untab as time goes, but don't worry about it. Alrighty. And then what you want to do is you want to take this whole lion head, and there's a slider right back here. It's like right there. You can kind of see it where the red meets the yellow. Just want to take it and slide it out. Doesn't seem like much, but it's very helpful. And what I want to do is move these like that. Just turn them. And then you want to take this and just move it up. And like that. Once you do that, move these lion legs out the way. You can then rotate this whole thing on this pin right here. So like unclip it and just basically get it as straight as you can, like that. Once you do that, this is actually one of the hard parts because it's just really hard to get in there. You want to get this chest piece and you want to loosen it. Oh, I forgot to show one more gimmick. Oops. That's my bad. I always forget about it because I don't ever utilize it. I need to use a toothpick to do this. Or some kind of prying thing. But you can actually open this up. And it can reveal like the little spark thing. And you can plug in like blast effects to that. Yeah, I figure I'd show that now before I continue with the transformation. So yeah, you want to get in here and just try and split the chest apart. This is just like, this part's like a pain in the ass for me. But yeah, you want to like open the bits up like that. And once you do that, you can then just try and get it out the way. And what you want to do is you want to unclip the head and fold it in. And then this whole cavity that the head sits in comes out. It rotates around. Stay in their head. And then it closes back up. If you want to make sure that head's straight though. But yeah, it doesn't like tab in, it just closes, but it stays. It's pretty secure. Now once you do that, you then want to get these legs out the way. Because this part can be a little tricky. So you want to just turn these sideways. And you want to rotate. I think you want to rotate the arms up. No, it's been a little second. Okay, yep. You want to rotate these up, but you want to keep the shoulders in the same position and rotate the bicep. Nope. And you want to rotate it up. And there's a peg in this main that pegs into a slot on his arm. So you just want to like fold it in there, line it up, and just, there we go, that's a good angle. And get that pegged in like that. Keep that separate. You want to do the same thing on this side. So you want to rotate the bicep, and then you want to bring up the whole thing on its hinge. And same thing on the other side. Tab here, peg here. And just a lot of lining up. It's a little finicky at first, but you'll get the hang of it. As with Tarn, if I can do it, so can you. But yep, tabs in, and then you want to squeeze right here. And once you do that, the legs stay out the way. You can then fold the chests back in, and they will re-tab in right here. The arms will unpeg while you do this. It's just what happens. Okay, make sure they meet. Keep everything closed, tabbed in, just like that. You got that going on. And then with the lion legs, you want to fold it up like this, rotate it. There's a hole here and a tab here. You just want to line them up, move the lion leg out the way however you want to. Fit it under this little main bit and tab it in. You'll feel it click. It's kind of like a feel around type of thing. You got to feel for it. Same with this side. You want to rotate here, hole here, peg there. And you want to line it up, peg it in. And then with his lion arms, they're on their own rotating joint, mushroom peg, whatever you want to call it. Rotate that around. And then fold this main bit down. And that's essentially his front half done. At this point, what I like to do is I'll just flip this out now. You can store these smaller pistols inside here, like I said earlier. So you just flip them, put them right in there. And then you can store it in there. I like that storage. And then now you want to get to the back legs. So with the back legs, what you want to do is fold in the heel. Then you want to rotate at the thigh till the muscles match here. And then rotate the paw. And then you want to break the joint here, or untab the joint. So untab this part up here, just untab it, and then just squish it up until it looks kind of like a leg. A lion leg, I should say. You got that. So I'm going to break it right now. So ooh, this one's a little tighter on mine. So like untab it, rotate, and then squish in. And then just make sure the waist is not rotated. Like make sure it's lined up very well. And you can just mess with the hind legs until you get the position you want. Like that. There you go. And once you do that, you can then come in here, unclip his tail from there, flip it out, and you want to put it down. This peg will go into his butt right there. Like that. At this point, you can take these and they store in here. So there's a peg there and or a hole, and this peg will go into that hole, and then there's a little groove here where these little pegs can fit into. Now this is a little complicated to do, just a little bit, but it can be done. Fits right in there. Same one goes over here. Fits right in there. It takes a little bit of messing with it because it's actually a tighter fit than you would think it would be. Oh, geez. Especially with this right one. There we go. Yeah. And once you get that in, you can then rotate it down, put it down here, peg it in, and then you just rock this piece in, and this little tab bit will go behind this on both sides, and then this peg will go into a slot right there. So it's all about just lining it up, getting it just right, and then pegging it all together. And just like clip it in. Make sure everything lines up pretty well. And I think we're good. And there he is in lion mode. And I dig this. This looks dope. Although I do gotta make one comment though. Just one. So you get this artwork. Badass lion. It looks great. And then you remove the artwork and it's that. It's still a good lion mode. I just like to poke fun at it because like this artwork is badass, and then yeah, still a very good lion mode. I like it. It's got obvious like robot bits that are like showing, but it's a beast toy, especially one in like a chug scale, so it's gonna happen. Like obvious like stuff back here. I don't really care. It's a Beast Wars toy. Articulation wise, the jaw does open. It's pretty nice. And then his front paws can move forward and back, and then they have that rotation due to the transformation. And then his hind legs basically have all his other articulation in robot mode, but it's a little more limited. So it can still move forward back that much. Move forward that much. Still has the thigh swivel. Has double jointed knees now, albeit a little limited, so it'll do that. It's not the greatest. And then I guess you can use this as a rotation, and then you still have his good pivot. So like it has decent articulation for a Beast Wars character or Beast Wars toy. Especially one that is of a feline cat or a feline creature. But it still works. And overall, I like it. So there's that. And then for size comparisons, I'm only going to transform some of the other ones that I've shown off because I don't have the time for all that. But here he is next to the original Beast Wars Megatron. The reissue, but original mold. They look good together. I like that. Alright, and here he is next to Legacy Leader Class Transmetal 2 Megatron. See how they look together. I think they look badass. Again, closest thing to a Beast Wars Galvatron that I have so far. But it is on my list to get the vintage one. So yeah, there's him. And for the final comparison, here he is with Shadow Panther and vintage Tigatron. It's got all the cats together that I have. I don't have many. But yeah. So there you go. And as for my final thoughts for this guy, I really dig him. He's fighting for my top spot right now for my favorite Legacy figure with the Transmetal 2 Megatron, because man, that figure is great, but this one is badass as well. It's really hard for me to make the choice, but yeah, so far this has been my favorite of the two Voyagers that they put out. For future content that they're throwing out there, future products, like I'm excited for that Armada stuff, the Megatron and the Armada Prime. Like that's gonna be great, and that Skyquake looks badass too, and then some of their Studio Series stuff. But this figure is really badass. Lived up to exactly how I want him to be. He really does live up to his title of Prime. So like this is Leo Prime, and I really enjoy this guy. So yeah, if you enjoyed my video, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more of my content. I will try to get one more upload in, hopefully at the end of the week, as of this video's recording. But yeah, thanks for watching.